Hello, everyone. It's Melissa Faust from stampwithmelissa.com. Welcome to my Tuesday Night Live. We are back on our regular schedule after last week's summer camp, which was super fun. I hope you had so much fun last week. I know I did. I'm not usually one to do like 3D and fun fold items, but last week was just really fun. So anyway, welcome to tonight. It is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024 at 5 p.m. Central Time. If you are catching the live or watching on replay, please leave a comment, say hello, let me know that you're watching. Hi, Joan, Sherry, Debbie, and Lori. Welcome, everyone. Tonight, we have got, we're back on our regular schedule, but we're kind of switching it up a little because we've got our craft along tonight. So several of you, hi, Mom. Several of you, hi, Alicia. Pre-registered for a kit so that you can create live with me tonight, or maybe you're catching the replay. And I am so excited. So thank you to everyone who did that. If you did not pre-register for a kit, not to worry. If you place an order in my online store this week, you can actually get the kit for free, but I'll talk about that in just a second. Okay. All right, before I go any further, I just wanted to remind you all that today is free shipping day. I know I went on Instagram and did a little story. I know that there's been some server issues because we're kind of the best people ever and everyone's just buying so many crafty things. So I think we kind of, crashed the servers a little, which is, it's unfortunate, but it's a good problem, right? Like, yeah, thumbs up. So anyway, so it is free shipping day though. So just thank you for your patience. Keep refreshing and check back on that, but we'll talk about that in a second. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera down because we have got a lot to do tonight. And so we're going to just jump in just a second. But if you have your annual catalog and you go to page 63, you can see the Round We Go bundle. So this is a really fun set. You can see I've got several stamps already mounted, but it is a photopolymer stamp set. It has really fun dies. We're going to use every single one tonight. Yep. I think it's everyone. That was my goal anyway. I think we are using every single stamp or every single die, tonight. And because this is a craft along, I will be die cutting live with you tonight. I did not pre-die cut anything. The only thing I did do is pre-cut my DSP. And if you did register for the craft along kit, I did tell you that in advance. So hopefully you got your DSP all ready to go. You got your order done a little bit ago, but it took a few tries. Yeah. Thanks for your patience. I know I heard I didn't have any problems earlier today, but then I had a little break at work and I went on and saw that the servers were down. So that was, a good, not good problem. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to show you the 4 cards we are going to make tonight live. So there's the first one. Here's the second one. So you can see on all of these, we are using the Full of Life DSP. This one's a fun fold, but it's a real simple fun fold. And here's this one as well. This one might be my favorite. Or this one. Either the first one or the fourth one, to be honest. There's always going to be one. Okay, so if you did not pre-register for a craft along kit and you're like, but those are cute, I want to make those. Thanks, Joan. She said fun cards. Yeah, I think they're so fun, bright and cheery. This DSP Full of Life is full of colors and it is perfect for like a fun, happy, uplifting set like this one. So anyway, so if you are like, I want those kits, well, here, let me pop this up on the screen because I always forget to do that. And then hopefully I remember to take it away. Anyway, it is such a fun bundle. So you can place an order in my online store this week. I like that. Kapow! It reminds me of the Cars movie. Ka-chow! A $45 order before tax and shipping in my online store this week through this Friday, July 26th, and I will send you the 4 card kits to make these for free. Now, if you go over $60, you're also going to get a quarter pack of the DSP, a quarter spool of the ribbon, and a full pack of the embellishments. Now, for this class, because we use so many different DSP patterns, if you are ordering at that $45 level, just know you'll need to supply your own DSP this time, okay? That's not like the standard, but because it's 6x6 DSP and we went all out with it, that's why that $60 level has that quarter pack included for you as a free gift from me, okay? And then if your order is going over $75, then you need to hold the phone and shop today so you can take advantage of free shipping. That's an 11% savings. Huge deal, because you can take that 11% and buy more craft stuff instead of just paying shipping, which, hello, no brainer. And yeah, and then you also get bonus days coupons on top of that for every $50 you spend. So it's a really great time to be a crafty person, right? So let's go ahead. I'm going to start with this card here first. Now, if you got the craft along kit, that's going to be the one right on top with your blueberry bushel piece. And as mentioned, I have my DSP ready, but I don't have anything else done. So we're going to have a lot of work to do, which is why I was like, we got to start. Okay, so this one, you'll have a blueberry bushel card base, a layer of basic white, a piece of the DSP that you should have pre-cut. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to give measurements because I don't remember them. Yeah, anyway, a piece of Petunia Pop that we're going to die cut out of. A piece of the beautiful Petunia Pop's shimmer paper, sparkle paper here that we're going to die cut out of. A piece of Balmy Blue that we're going to die cut out of. A piece of DSP. I just kept mine. I cut this piece in half. So this is 3 by 6. I cut this. We're going to die cut our, I almost said our rotunda, you guys, our rosettes out of. If I say rotunda later, just bear with me. And then a piece of basic white that we are going to stamp our sentiment and die cut out of. So a lot of die cutting to do. You can see all of the pieces except 3 we need to do some sort of die cutting on. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm just going to take this pile and move it off to the side so it doesn't get pinned down. But I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now, just pre-warning, we're going to have to do multiple die cuts unless you have 2 sets of the dies, or even, yeah, anyway, we're going to have to do a lot. So I'm going to even move this card so that I can see it a little bit better. Maybe just like this. I don't know. I'm trying to make it so you can see it too. You're just not going to be able to see it for a second, okay? Because I feel like I'm going to forget to die cut something. Okay, so we've got this circle with the scalloped edge. This is the pointy edge. We need one of those. This is out of Petunia Pop. Then we need our little firework. That's what we're going to call it, with the round edge. And then we need this circle with the little detail, okay? This is the Round We Go set, Mario. Okay, so that is... I'm just checking. Yeah, that's good for our Petunia Pop. Then we're going to grab, let's grab our Balmy Blue. And we have got this circle here. This is the larger of the 2. So this is just going to die cut out a circle. So we're going to cut one of those. And what else can we cut? We're going to take that shimmery Petunia Pop. And we've got this piece here that has the sharp points, right? And we're going to die cut one of those out of the shiny paper. And I'm going to go right up into the corner here because we need to die cut more. Okay, did I get everything that I could? Now we also need to die cut the rosettes, but there's no space here. So like I said, we have lots to die cut. Okay, so die cut these through. And beautiful. And you guys, I can't even believe it, but we're going to be using liquid glue tonight, and I'm even going to say that liquid glue works the best. I can't believe I'm saying that. I never say that, but anyway. Okay, so you can see I'm just going to kind of line these up for the pieces that go together so you can see what we're doing here. Okay, that's going to be on its own there. And that's going to go with that. And we've got a little Balmy Blue circle that's going to go on top. So cute. Okay, everything we just die cut, we need another one. So die cut it all again. And I know you can't see it on my screen, but just die cut those again. Okie dokie. Hold on, we're getting it all lined up here. Beautiful. And we'll crank that through. And hold your breath so nothing moves. Did you say what? Because we had to die cut it all again? I know. Okay, so then they all stick to my platform. There we go. Come here. Okay, so let's see here what we have. We've got this Balmy Blue circle. Hold on. Okay, Petunia Pop. So we're making another one of these. I almost called it a rotunda again. You guys, I swear. Okay, so we've got this. Oh, I chopped off the edge a little bit. Whoops. It's okay. We'll just hide that part. And Beautiful. Okay, just like that. Okay, so then we're going to keep out this pointy one that we used to do. Oh, the green glue. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's kind of crazy. I agree. Okay, this pointy edge one that we used for the bottom layer of our petunia pop, we're going to die cut that out of our basic white. Okay, let me just set my dies down, otherwise they're going to go missing. And then we've got this die here. This is the larger one. There's 2 of them, and it has all these little dots in it. And I'm just going to go ahead and line this up center as best as I can, okay? Now that part, that like middle part there, that's totally optional. So if you don't love it, don't do it. I should add a dryer sheet under it, but I didn't, so it's okay. All right, then I'm just going to take that really long rotunda die, rosette die, and we're going to die cut out. Oh, shoot. We're going to have to tape this. It's okay. Don't worry, I got tape. It's ready. Because otherwise, it just wants to wiggle a little, and we don't want it to when we're die cutting, right? Okay. It might not be perfectly center, but it's okay. Okay, die cut these out. And try to shift that so you can see a little bit better. Come here, buddy. Do you ever just talk to your paper pieces like they're your friends? Okay, so we've got this piece here. We've got a few little dots left inside. So that's going to be for our sentiment. Okay. And then we've got, look at our little mess here. It's okay. We'll clean that up later. So we've got one of these, but we need 2 to create our rosette. You could do it with just 1, but you'd have a pretty thin rosette. Okay. Oh, come here. It's like, no, I don't want to line up. Okay, good enough. It's ready. So die cut another one of those out of our DSP. Look at, we've got all these like little schmutzy pieces everywhere. You guys, I'm telling you. If you've been around for a while, you know I am not a messy crafter. So you talk to them too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, hold on. I got to clean my plate off. Because I just, yeah, all the little bits and bobs. I should have used a dryer sheet. I knew it. Okay, so we've got all of that done. Now we're going to build our, I'm just going to call it a rotunda to be funny. We're going to build our rotunda first, our rosette first, or our pinwheel, however you want to call it, okay? Oh, and that worked out as a happy coincidence. So you can see my DSP, which is ombre, lined up perfectly. I did not plan that, but it lined up where it's going to continue all the way through. Not to worry if yours didn't, it's going to be totally fine. It looks really cool, okay? Let me pull this back in and you can see it. Okay, but we need to build this first because it needs some time to dry. So I'm going to grab my silicone craft mat like this, and then I've got my piece here. Now you can decide, you don't have to pick yet, but you're going to decide if you want the scalloped edge or the pointed edge to show, okay? One of those sides is going to show. I'm going to take my liquid glue, and there's a score line here just on this little tab, and I'm just going to add some liquid glue onto that tab and then line up. So this is not the tab side, right? Because it's going the same direction. And I'm just going to line up those score lines. Okay. Beautiful. And just clean it up a little because I smushed my glue. Sometimes, like, this is the same glue I've been using forever. You can see how dirty it is. And sometimes it acts like it's brand new, and other times it's like it has no glue left. So I'm going to let that dry for just a second. So I'm going to put it off to the side, and we can just assemble. We don't need to let it dry for too long. But all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to glue my DSP onto my basic white piece. So this is going to be flush at the top and the bottom, and it's going to have a little bit of a margin on the left and right hand sides. Okay, maybe I should have used liquid glue for that too. It's one of those days, you guys. You get it. Okay. Wow, that margin is awful, but we're just going to go with it because it's a handmade card, and it's going to be appreciated anyway. So add some seal on the back of that, and then I'm going to layer this onto our blueberry bushel card base. So I'm putting this in about 1/4 inch from the left-hand side, and then we can go ahead and fold and burnish our card. Just like that, okay? And then we're going to say this piece is dry enough. And then what we're going to do, this is super duper fun. We're going to just fold accordion style on all of these score lines. Now, if you want to be super precise, you could use your bone folder, but I don't really think there's a huge need for that. Because we cut this out of DSP, it's a thinner paper, so it should work a little bit better. Ask me how I know. I'm just going to be fully honest. I designed a card with one of these rosettes, pinwheels, rotundas. And I accidentally die cut the pieces out of thick, basic white cardstock. Not a good idea. That thing was popping open. I could not get it to stay closed. So just an FYI, maybe if you're like super advanced and you're like, I make 1,000 of these a day, Melissa, I got this. Absolutely go for the thick cardstock if you would like to. But if you're starting out, I would try it with DSP. It's just a little bit easier, you know? Okay, so we're just accordion folding this all the way down. Back and forth. Hi, Debbie. First time catching me live. Welcome. All right, so we've got that done. Okay, and then here's our little tabby again. So we're going to uncap this green glue forever. I'm going to add some green glue again on this tab. And then we're just going to take the other side. So we're going to make a little circle and we're just going to adhere this together. Okay, and I'm just lining up. Now the tab piece I put on the bottom because I think it's just a little bit prettier with this piece on the top. So we're just going to... Yeah, Anne, I would agree with you. I did not instantly love this DSP either. And then it came really easy to love after I used it. Okay, so let's let that dry for just a second. I'm going to set it off to the side. And Alicia says if you're going to use a thick cardstock to use hot glue. So that's a good tip too. I don't have any hot glue in my craft room. Can you believe it? I don't. All right, let's build these little petunia pops, okay? These little pinwheels, we'll call these ones. So I'm just going to add a little bit of seal on the circle on the back of this shiny piece. And we're just going to tack this down. Now I am matching up point to point here just to get it on even. And then we've got this little scalloped edge one. And we'll line that up like so. And then we'll take this little balmy blue and stick that on the top because it looks cute. How cute is that? It's so cute. Okay. I know I keep jumping back and forth, but it's just, you know, out of respect for our rotunda. Okay, so I've got these two petunia pop circles. One's going to go on the top, one's going to go on the bottom of our piece here. I'm just going to flip them both over and put liquid glue. Now, I swear to you, I tried this with seal and it does not work as well as liquid glue. So that's probably the only time you'll hear me say that liquid glue is your best bet here, okay? Now, this is where you're going to decide. I'm going to have the pointed edge out. So I'm going to put that down on my work surface. And actually, the glass mat is really, really nice because it slides really easy. So Debbie asked about mailing these. I'll answer your question in just a second, Debbie. Let me show this real quick. So I'm just going to kind of pinch in at two ends and you just kind of push it together and you can see it just spreads right out and down like that. And then I'll just pick up one of these guys and set it on the top. And then very carefully, now you might want to wait for it to dry, but I'm going to risk it. Very carefully, I just grabbed that to flip it over. And I'm going to grab the other one and stick that on the bottom just to hold it together. And then this one, because we've got the bottom here. Oh, geez, I forgot to take that away. Sorry. This one is going to be what we use to adhere to the card. So I'm just going to take a clear block, set that on top, and then we're just going to scooch this off to the side and let it just dry, okay? And that's like the scariest part. Even though I probably needed that silicone mat to build this one, but it's okay. We're going to risk it. Okay, yeah, Alicia, I was going to answer Debbie with Alicia. I actually got a 4th of July card from Alicia with this set, and she just put a non-machinable stamp on it. So you can mail it. It's definitely thicker with the rosette or rotunda on it. Some of you might be like, stop calling it a rose or a rotunda. Yeah, I know. Anyway, okay, we're just building the second one here. So I would not mail it with just like a regular stamp because I do think that would be way too thick and I don't think it would work. So, oh, you couldn't catch your sleep, so you're here. Welcome. All right, so we've got Blueberry Bushel ink here to match our card base, and I'm using the Happiest Birthday stamp, and we're going to stamp that right in the center of our basic white piece. Okay, beautiful, and close this guy up. And we can start assembling. So, okay, one of these, if you recall, I chopped off the edges. This one right here. I accidentally chopped them off. So I'm going to add some seal, and I'm going to put this one down first and make sure my chopped off pieces are facing in so they'll get covered when we add our rosette, okay? All right, so we've got that added. I'm going to maybe wait to add this one until we add our actual rosette. Should we risk it and see if it's ready? Let's give it another second, and while we do that, I'm going to tie a bow with this iridescent striped trim. This is all I have left on the spool, so that's what we're going to use. And don't worry, I have another spool, but you know, I can't just cut this. You know what I mean? I can't just chop that. I mean, I can trim the edges, but you guys probably get what I mean. I can't just like, I don't know. I already said it. You get it. Okay, so there's a cute little bow with this ribbon. Now, iridescent, like our iridescent ribbon or the sheer silver and white ribbon, super duper easy to tie bows with. So if that's not your favorite thing, this is the ribbon for you. Okay, and then I'm just going to chop off the ends a little bit here. And that one looks good. Okay, so that's ready. Okay, we're going to bring this guy back in, and our liquid glue does work pretty fast. So we're going to just add, I'm adding some seal onto that petunia pop circle here that's on the bottom. You get it. I knew it. Oh, you've been trying to order it, but it's been out of stock. I know. Okay, and then we're just going to attach this down to our card. So cute. I love it. Okay, and then we can add our other bits. So here's this piece. Now, I know that the circle underneath is where I have the adhesive, so you should be able to just slide this in and line it up where you want it. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive rather. Right here, you can see it, and just to place this bow down. Okay, and now you guys, are you ready for this? We are going to triple stack our dimensionals. That's how thick these are. Let's grab 3. And I am going to place them right here by that adhesive. And we are triple stacking because that rosette is so tall that it just needs a little bit of height, you know? So this is also where it would then become probably not machinable. And then I just added a little bit of seal where it's going to go across our rosette here. Okay, and then we're just going to, now keep in mind you die cut holes here, so we don't want those dimensionals to be seen if possible through the holes. So just keep that in mind and go ahead and stick that down. So cute. I love it. All right, and then we're going to finish them off with these iridescent faceted gems. Of course, we've got all the iridescence here. So we've got one big one and one little one. And there we go. That, my friends, is card number 1. How fun is that? And even with the sample here, this is the same sheet of DSP, but you can see just how ombre it is, how watercolored. So it looks different shades. Like this is definitely the lighter pattern versus this one being the darker pattern. So, all right. I'm glad you guys liked that one. So let's go on. This is card number 2. Don't worry, we're not building any rosettes in this one. We are going to build another rosette for card number 3 though. So let's go ahead and take a dive at this one. So this one, we've got a thick basic white card base, a piece of the DSP here. I love this one. It looks like watermelon, I think. We've got some basic white for a layer. We've got some lemon lime twist for a layer. We've got the little circle dots here from the DSP rather. We've got some granny apple green to die cut some pieces. We've got some lemon lime twist to die cut some pieces. We've got some basic white to die cut some pieces. And we've got a basic white banner for our sentiment and 2 lemon lime twist banners for our little ribbon. I thought this looked kind of like a medallion, so I kind of liked the look of that. So let's go ahead and die cut out our pieces. So for these ones, instead of stamping first, we're die cutting first. All right, so we can line up. I'm so glad you guys love these cards. I do too. They are really fun. This is a really fun set. Okay, so we've got this. So let me see what we need. We need the large circle here, and we're going to die cut that from Granny Apple Green. Okay, then we need our pointy one. This is the one we did for our sentiment in the first card. So we're going to die cut that. And then we have, oh, we can only die cut one of these at a time. We've got the pointed edge here, and we're going to die cut one out of lemon lime twist and one out of Granny Apple Green. So die cut these out. Beautiful. Let's see here. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to die cut this one out of Granny Apple Green as well. So we'll send that through. I know the colors are so pretty. I agree with you guys. It's such a fun set. Okay, so let's move that guy. And we've got our beautiful Granny Apple Green. I like these 2 greens together too. I think they're really fun. So then we can go ahead and start assembling. See, this one is so easy. All right, let's add some seal to the back of our largest piece of DSP. I'm going to go all the way around the sides just to make sure it stays stuck down everywhere. And lay this down. I really like this piece. It's like shaded spruce, lemon lime twist, and like melon mambo. It's so pretty. Oh, you're watching from YouTube for a change, Kathleen. That is so fun. Yeah, I know. This set is really, really fun. So I'm glad you're going to get to play with it too. Okay, so then these guys, we are going to add some seal to the back of this DSP. Layer this onto our lemon lime twist. Okay, flip that, add some seal to the back here. Layer this onto basic white. Now you'll notice my margins here are a little bit different than the sample card. Don't be alarmed. I just thought this would look a little bit nicer. But just in case you're looking at that and going, wait a second, that doesn't look the same. You're right, it doesn't. Okay, and then we will place this down onto our card front, and I do like that better because I like that you can see the white a little bit more. Okay, so there's that. Then we can go ahead and adhere all of these things together. So let's grab that basic white circle, add some seal, and layer this onto the Granny Apple Green circle. So same thing, you can line up the points with the circled edges or in between. Okay, and then we will add a little bit of seal to that Granny Apple Green scallop and center this onto the card. I think it looks like a ribbon. I just thought this was a cool idea. And then that lemon lime twist, and that's going to go offset. Oh, there's some seal here. And these are so delicate, so if one looks like it's a little bit off, you can usually just bend it back to place. All right, so we've got that added. Then I'm going to flip this over and just, it doesn't matter on which side, I'm just going to run a strip of seal here so that I can line up our little flags here. So just take these 2 lemon lime twist die cut pieces and just align those. So cute. I love it. All right. Then we will add some seal to the rest of our piece and tack this down onto the card. Okay, beautiful. Then we've got our basic white banner. I've got the sentiment that says hip hip hooray and blackberry bliss ink. So this one is really, really fun. Hold on. I think I missed a comment. Oh, you have to punch something out of the mats before you cover them. Yeah. It reminds you of a sliced lime. That's cool. That's it. I have never thought of that. All right, so let's stamp this in the center there of our banner. Okay, close up our Blackberry Bliss, and then we will add this with dimensionals onto it. You can see I got mine all cut apart. Okay. So this is going to go right here, and I'm putting it under that circle of the lemon lime twist because we're going to add some ribbon there. So there's that. Okay, then we've got a ribbon, and we can tie a bow. I really love this ribbon, and I know, Anne, you said you keep trying to buy it and it's sold out. Oh, Anne does that too. She cuts out of the middle. Hey, that's a smart way to go. That definitely works great. Come here. I can't grab it. I'm just talking. I'm singing its praises and then I can't tie a bow. That's just because I'm on camera though. Let's be honest. Okay. There we go. That looks good. So we'll trim off the edge and just trim this a little bit because it was the start of a roll, so it looks a little messy. And then I've got my glue dots here, and we will stick the knot on a dot, pick that up, and then stick this down onto our card right there. Super cute. Okay. Then, of course, we'll finish off with some of our beautiful iridescent faceted gems. So I'm going to stick one big one right here and one little one diagonal from it right there. And that, my friends, is card number 2. Isn't that one fun? I love this one too. You're seeing limes. You need a margarita. Yeah, okay. Oh, this one might be your favorite, the second card. Okay. Mine is definitely tied, I think, between the first and the last. So here is our third card, our simple fun fold. And you can see, again, we're going to build another rotunda. I mean rosette. I mean pinwheel. You guys know what I mean. Now we're just getting laughy. What's the term? I don't know. Anyway, somebody might know. You can tell me if you know. Okay, basic black card base scored twice here for our fun fold. Then we've got a layer of basic white for the inside of our card. We've got 2 pieces of pretty in pink as layers. We've got 2 pieces of DSP that are going to line up with that pretty in pink for the layer. We've got a piece of basic white for the outside of our card. Slap happy. There you go. Thanks, Anne. We've got a piece of basic black. Yeah, punchy works too. For the outside of our card. We've got some DSP to die cut our beautiful piece here. We've got some berry burst to die cut our circle, and we've got a strip of basic white for our sentiment. Yeah, punchy and slap happy, both are valid. Okay, so let's start with our die cutting. And now we know how to build one of these rosettes. It's going to go real easy, right? So let's go ahead and lay down our DSP and our berry burst. We're going to grab that strip here, and this time I'm going to use that scalloped edge, which is really fun. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to line it up on the edge here because I want the scalloped edge, so I have it in towards the center. I think I cut my DSP slightly, like I'm like pushing the limits, right, on if it will fit 2 pieces there. So I am just going to pull it as far over as I can. And then we'll go ahead and die cut these pieces out. You saw that I added that circle onto berry burst as well. And once again, we got to do it again. So, oh, I definitely scooched that off the side because I got DSP scraps. That'll be a task for my desktop vacuum later. All right, so there's one piece, okay? And then our little circle. And then I got to clean this because look at that. Look at my mess. All right. Are any of you crafting along with me, by the way? This craft along actually was my highest number of pre-registrations, which is really, really exciting. So I'm really curious to know if anyone's actually crafting live tonight or not. Okay, I'm just lining up that die again, and then our berry burst circle. I know it's off camera, so you can't see it, but you will in a second. Okay, running this through, and there we go. There's another circle. And here's our other piece. Look at that. Wow, that's talent. That is too funny. Okay. Gotta just, you know, clean up a little. And there's our other piece there. And, you know the drill. We gotta clean that because otherwise I'll go cuckoo. Not tonight. Okay. Oh, you need one of the desktop vacuums. Yeah, they're really nice. They really come in handy, especially when I spill all over. Anyway, okay, we're going to build this guy first because, you know, we need it to dry. So same thing here. I am going to add some liquid glue to the tab of one. Okay, and then line it up with the other. So again, I've got those scallops on the top, the points on the bottom. So it's going to go on the same, or in the same direction, I should say. Okay, so we'll just let that sit for like a second. It really doesn't need that long to dry because it's not doing like the work yet, right? Oh, you're crafting along, but you are using Attention Shoppers. That's fun. That is a fun set too. Okay, so let's see. Do, 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 do. That was just for fun. All right, let's start folding these. It should be dry by the time we reach that, right? So we're going to go back and forth accordion style. And this one is fun because we've got that ombre effect too with the orange and the pink, which is cool. It does look like orange raspberry sherbet. I agree. Or sorbet, however you say it. I say sherbet. Yeah, it does. It totally looks summery. I think this whole paper pack looks summery and really, really pretty. It's really, really quite fun. And I actually do wonder if, you know, a lot of the DSP we have, like the Thoughtful Journey with the watercolor scenes, somebody at Stampin' Up actually watercolored those and then they digitized it. Oops, I let go. It's okay. We'll just start where we left off. And so I kind of wonder with this one, because it has a little bit of a watercolory effect, if that same kind of situation happened, which is really cool. Okay, there we go. We've got it all accordioned. So, oh, yay, Pam just finished summer camp crafting. So that is exciting too. I've loved seeing your guys' pictures from that. That's been really, really cool because the whole point of that was to get you inspired to try new things, right? It was outside of my comfort zone to do 3D and fun folds all week long. I don't ever do that. So I thought that was really, really awesome to see you guys just really diving into that and having so much fun with it too. So, okay, so let's go ahead then. And I maybe don't need this. We're going to risk it. Okay, so we've got these berry burst circles. And I'm just going to add all that glue. You can see I'm not covering the entire thing, but I'm trying to cover a lot. Now, same thing here. So we want the scalloped edge on this one. So that is going to go on the bottom on our surface because when we pinch in, whatever's on top is going to go in the center, right? So that means the points, okay? So I'm just going to take, again, I'm just taking my fingers and I'm just trying to condense it as much as I can and just fiddling with it until it flops down, okay? Flattens, I should say. All right, so we'll take our berry burst circle. We've got that here. And then I'm just sliding it to the edge of my glass mat so I can pick it up. We're going to flip it over. Ah! And it might move a little, and that's okay. You can be more patient than I am, but I don't think I have a patient bone in my body. Yeah, I don't know that I do. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm just going to take a block again and set it on top just for some weight and just scoot that off. Okay. No, Mario, I am very far off from designing a stamp set. I don't even know what I would design, to tell you the truth. I know a lot of people dream of that, and I dream of doing it someday as well. I think that would be really cool. But I have absolutely no idea what I would do. So I have a long time to think of it, though, so that's good. Okay, so let's take these DSP pieces. That side's really pretty too, and add some seal onto the back. And we can layer these onto pretty in pink. And in case you are like, wait, what does Mario mean? What do you mean designing a stamp set? When a demonstrator hits $1 million in sales rather, they get to help design a stamp set, which is really cool. So that is a goal, but I'm years away. So you guys can help me decide what it should be someday. All right, I am just adding some seal on the back of these and then layering these. Now I'm going in between the score lines for this one, so you can see that. Okay, and then we'll go on the right hand side. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. Okay, hold on. Wait. Yes, I did. We'll go this way. We'll just have the yellow on top instead. Jeez Louise, Melissa. Okay, close your card first. So you're actually putting them on the left-hand side. Hopefully you didn't stick yours down already. Luckily, with only having one down, I could flip it, but it's all good. All good. Okay, so just like that. So when it closes, then you can see the one side, and when it opens, it's going to be fully open like that. And you can see I lined up my DSP here so that it would coordinate or flow across. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and fold and burnish our scores. Then we've got this piece of basic white. Now, I did not decorate mine for tonight, but you could absolutely decorate this before you stick it on the inside. I just wanted to include it so that you could see you can see it from the outside, right? What it looks like. So let's go ahead and add some seal to this basic black layer and layer this onto the basic white. Just like that. And then I'm going to flip this over, and just on one long edge, I'm going to run seal because we don't want any adhesive where this basic white inside piece is. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead and center this. Okay. But you want it to be able to open. And if we had any adhesive over here, it would have gotten stuck and it would not have opened. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. I think this is ready for us. We will add some seal. That berry burst circle, and then this is going to go centered horizontally and up a little bit on our card front. So cute. I love it. Okay, so then let's grab our berry burst ink pad and our sentiment that says happy birthday. Ink that up, and we are going to stamp this. Now I'm going to get my head over this, so I apologize if you can't see it, but I want to stamp as straight as I can. So we've got that guy, and then I'm just going to use my scissors to just trim off some of the edge. Okay, beautiful, just like that. And then because this is already pretty raised, I'm not going to put it up on dimensionals on top because that's just really thick. So I am just going to go ahead and lay this down. Now I am pushing it over towards the right-hand side just a smidge. Just a little bit, okay? And we've got some room here then for some extra decoration. So we're going to grab that ribbon again and tie a bow. Just like that. Okay. Focus. Focus. It's so quiet, and I'm like, you guys are so quiet, and then I'm like, well, I have to read the comments, right? Is this happy birthday from the same set? Yes, it is. Yes, all of the stamps that I'm using and all of the dies are all from the same bundle. Yeah. All right, I added a glue dot to our ribbon here, and we'll stick that down, and then we'll finish this one off with a couple of our iridescent gems. So I'm going to take one big one and set that down here. a little one right there, and another little one up in this corner over here. And that, my friends, is card number 3. Isn't that one fun? I think that that is so cool, and I really just love this bundle with the paper. I think it's so pretty. So here is our final card, probably my favorite, and we do have to stamp and then die cut. So dun, dun, dun. Anyway, we'll be fine. That's what we do. We're crafters. Okay, so let's take a look here. This one's got a thick basic white card base. We've got a piece of our DSP. How pretty is that? That's a true pinwheel there. We've got a square of basic black, a square of basic white, a square of, number 2 has competition, a square of the DSP. This is the smaller squares, right? So many squares. We've got a piece of basic white that we will stamp and die cut on, and we've got a basic black circle die cut from the Spotlight on Nature Dies. So let's start here. And you guys, we don't even need our messy scrap paper. How crazy is that this class does not use it at all? All right, so we've got peach pie ink. I have this scalloped circle. Okay, and we're going to stamp it down. And then we are going to pick it up, and you're going to get your head right over it, and we're going to stamp off in the gaps. There. Okay. And you can take your time, just breathe. And then I've got this larger solid circle stamp, and that is going to get stamped in the center. Beautiful, just like that. It looks like a sun, kind of. Okay, so we can close this up. And then we've got the this was the scallop. We've got the pointed edge here, and our pretty and pink ink, which is just fun to say. So we will ink that up. Stamp it down, and then same thing, we're going to get our head over here and stamp that down. Beautiful. Okay, and then we've got the little circle, and ink that up in the pretty and pink, and then stamp that in the center. All right, so there's that. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. I gotta take a quick drink. Okay, I know I like the black with it too. I think it's kind of weird. The black just really pairs well. All right, then I've got these 2 sentiments. So this one says, "This is your," and then I've got "day," which you could change to whatever you need. And we're just going to stamp those as well. And those are just going to get trimmed out. Okay. So I am just going to quick use my snips here to messy cut these out. Like that, and then we'll come back to them later. Okay? Okay. All right, so let's grab our dies for these circles here. Oh, you know how it goes. Hold on, we need some tape. So we're going to line this up here with our peach pie. Tape that down. Line up our pretty and pink. And actually here, we want to be a little bit careful with our tape. Tape that down, and then we're going to grab these pieces. If you remember from the first card, with the ones that make the little holes, and we are going to line those up. So the larger one is going to go in the peach pie, and the smaller one is going to go in the pretty and pink. So we're going to use a little bit more tape to hold those down. And I just think the look of this is so cool. Okay, so let's do, hold on, got to move that a little. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just trying to get these centered. And that looks great. So let me grab my machine here. Oh, I have little bits of DSP, you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to die cut these out, but I actually am going to pull in a dryer sheet here because I just don't want to deal with all the bits. And we are going to crank these through. Now, if you are new to this dryer sheet trick, I do mention it quite frequently because it's one of my favorite tips, but it helps to catch most, if not all, of your little die cut pieces. So it's really handy because you don't have to worry about all the little bits. everywhere, which is so annoying, you know? But they're so pretty, so you want to use them. Okay, so then like, see, we pick that up and voila, they're not stuck in our die, right? So same thing here with this one. Peel that off, voila. Oops, wrong way. Jeez Louise. I had them in the wrong hands. Okay, and then you can see all those little bits are on the dryer sheet here, and so I can just toss that. Now I get lots of questions about dryer sheets. Do you use them multiple times? You can, but if you use them too many times, they will start to die cut themselves, and that is probably not preferred. And I mean, you can do it if you'd like to. I'm going to start assembling this card while I explain. And then I also get the question of, can you use used ones? Like if you had, you know, your clothes go through the dryer, can you use one of those? And to tell you the truth, I bet you could. I personally have never tried it because I use scented dryer sheets for my clothes. And for my crafting, I'm really not a big fragrance person. I don't like a lot of lotions or smelly things, and so I buy unscented ones for my craft room. So I don't personally, you know, use my old ones, but I really think you could if you wanted to give that a try. Yeah, I don't think it would hurt. So, all right, we added the DSP to the card base. We added the other DSP to the basic white square. Now we're adding that to the basic black square. We've got a little bit of a wider margin here on the basic black square. Okay, and then we will add some dimensionals to the back of this. Doot, 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 doot. And one more. Peel off all the backings. And then we will put this on our card over towards the left-hand side a little bit. And again, it's kind of crazy. This pattern is the same as this one. They're from the same sheet. But because of all that watercolory ombre effect, it looks totally different. So let's take this peach pie circle. I'm going to add some seal on the back and layer this up here. I know that looks kind of funny where it's placed, but trust me, it'll look great. Then we'll take this basic black. Actually, before we can glue that down, we got to add a ribbon, you know? Okay, so let's tie our final ribbon. And we'll tie this into a bow. You could do a faux bow with it too, but because this is such like thin and sheer ribbon, I think it's kind of obvious if it's not tied into an actual bow. So you could try to get away with, you know, our faux bow trick, but it might not work. Might not look quite like you want it to. Okay, so then we'll just add a little bit of seal here. So I'm adding it right onto that DSP, right off the edge of our black square. And then we'll tack this guy down. Okay, and then I need to remind myself, I think, oh, I did just single dimensional. I thought I double dimensionaled, but we might have to sneak a dimensional in there later. We'll see. All right, you can see I'm just adding our basic black die cut circle then down onto the card, just like that, and it's overlapping onto that bow, okay? And then we'll take this pretty and pink one and add some seal. And then this is going to overlap like so. All right, I'm going to use my trimmer to cut out these words because I use my snips. I just don't have the straightest hand. So we are just going to trim this down. Okay. Beautiful. So there's our word day. And then we're going to go real skinny and get that lined up in our trimmer here to cut the word your away from this is. Okay, and then I can use my snips to just trim off the edges, which I trust myself more than trimming in a straight line through the words. Okay, so then we'll just trim off a little here, trim off a little here. You guys, those are shooting like behind my desk. That's where those are bouncing to, which is too funny. There and there. Okay, perfect. And these we will add with dimensionals. Now, I did already have to cut some of these, but you might want to cut them or use mini dimensionals for this is and your, just FYI. Okay, so we'll tack these down. And then let's peel off our backings. Ah, come here. So sticky. Okay, we'll start with day. I'm going to put that right here. And we'll go your. And this is day, your is this. That's how you say it backwards. All right, there's that. And then we'll finish off with some iridescent faceted gems. So we'll put one big one down here and one little one right there. And that is our final card, our fourth and final card. So thanks so much, everyone. You guys are all just so kind, and I really appreciate you. So let me pull in all 4 of the cards we made tonight. Super duper fun projects. I love this set, and I love it with the Full of Life DSP. It just really makes it pop. It's so pretty. So these are our cards. So as a reminder, if you did not pre-register for the craft along kit and you are like, but I want those cards, the kits to make them, you can place an order in my online store this week through this Friday, July 26th by the end of the day. So like midnight or 11:59 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Place that order $45 before tax and shipping, and you will get the 4 card kits for free as a thank you gift from me. They'll mail out next Tuesday. And if you go over $60, I'm also going to throw in a full pack of the iridescent faceted gems, a quarter spool of our beautiful iridescent striped trim, and then also a quarter pack of our Full of Life DSP, which you can see on all of the cards that we made tonight because it's so beautiful. And so just a reminder then too, if you do order at that $45 level, this time you will need to supply your own DSP, okay? But if you're at 60, you're gonna get a quarter pack of that DSP, which is plenty to do your cards, okay? And if your order is gonna go over $75, then you definitely wanna make sure you order today to take advantage of the free shipping sale. Don't forget to use this host code right here that you see on your screen. That ties you back to the class, so it lets me know you want it. If your order goes over $150, you can take that out, and you do not need to memorize the code. It is linked in the description of this video, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, so you can check it out, okay? All right. Oh, Debbie says her final answer is her favorite is number 3. Mine is still tied between 1 and 4. So anyway, but I've seen these cards much longer. All right. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Just a real quick tidbit of information, just in case you're wondering. I am going off the grid tomorrow. I told my team I am competing for the best on ever competition. That's not real. It's just, anyway, so I will not be answering messages or emails from like tonight through tomorrow. So I will start answering on Thursday. If you need anything, just know I'm not ignoring you. I am just intentionally spending all of my attention and focus on my niece and nephew tomorrow, which is going to be really awesome. So, all right. Thank you so much, everyone, again for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.